Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video here today from Shaq Reacts titled "Man Walks Away from His Rude Date," which is the only logical thing you can do when dealing with a modern woman these days. Today's video was suggested to me by Matrix of Madness. I'm going to leave both of their channels linked in the pinned comments, so make sure you go and subscribe to these guys. Don't forget to leave your own comments, and let's jump right into the video.
Shit, what's up?
Nothing much.
How you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
Oh man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm kind of in a hurry, but I got the shoes that the kids want.
I didn't ask you for no shoes. I asked you for the money for the shoes.
No. I got the shoes that they wanted. I already paid for them.
I know that, but I asked you for the money. I didn't want you to get the shoes. I would have got the shoes myself.
What's the problem?
Because I wanted to get the shoes.
Why did you want to get them? Why?
Because I wasn't going to get the shoes right now. I was just going to get the money and get the shoes later.
Oh, hell no.
So it's pretty obvious why she's upset, and she's making a vain attempt to hide it right here. This woman has no reason whatsoever to be upset right now, but we all know why she was angry. She had zero intention of using her ex's money to buy her children some shoes.
You can't be sure you trying to look like the MVP or something?
No, I was going to get the money right now and spend it on something else, and then when I get the money for the shoes down the line, I was going to get the shoes.
You mean just take them over to the house and give them to the kids then?
No.
So man, what's the issue with me getting the shoes? I got the shoes.
I understand that,
you
but
be hollering about I don't do.
I wanted the money for the shoes, dude.
I'm not giving you no money. No, I'm not doing that. I got the shoes and I got the receipt if they need to take them back. Well, I know they sized anyway, so what you want the money for?
Because I was going to use the money for something else, and then I was going to get the shoes later on down the line.
At least she's making a half-hearted attempt to be honest about her own selfishness. And now that she can't have her little shopping spree, she's going to take her frustration out on the man who's actually caring about his own children.
Yeah, personally, I don't see anything wrong with this. This is perfectly fine. This is the same thing as a woman wanting groceries and the man getting her groceries. But she pretty much explained what's wrong with this. She wants to spend the money on something else. And this is exactly what's wrong with the child support system and why it needs to be changed up immediately. These women are spending it on themselves instead.
It would make sense for a divorced single mother to provide proof that she's using the child support money to provide support for her children, but we all know that will never happen because there are too many mothers who would claim that is somehow oppressive towards women.
I'd take you out on a date. Who's paying?
You.
There we go.
No, but would you say to Ginge, I expect you to pay before the date?
Never.
You wouldn't. Yeah.
Never. Well, no, but you think it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
You asked me to come out my house. I've applied my wig, my face, everything. You might as well.
So I've forced you to come out of your house. You didn't want to come out of your house to see me.
Yeah,
And you know what, Nella? We're done.
Rejected.
What a great argument. These women gotta stop making it a burden to go on a date with you. Aren't you also interested in the person as well?
We don't want to be strong. Like, we are tired of you guys looking at, because like a man will see a woman be like, oh, you strong like my mom. Like, my mom took care of us. Like, you know, we want you to actually help us.
So what she's saying is she wants the entire planet to recognize, support, and celebrate her strength and independence, but at the same time, she also wants to be soft and dependent on a big, strong man who will pamper her and give her endless amounts of free money.
Like, we are tired of being strong. We're tired of just because your mom did it, you think we could do it too. Like, oh, you'll be good without me in the household. My mom did it.
The crazy part about hearing that term is the only time I ever heard I'm strong and independent and don't need no man is from out a woman's mouth telling me that. I've never heard no man say, yo, you know what? You're a real strong and independent woman. Like, it's the women who are constantly feeling the need to.
Men have made it clear to women that there is nothing attractive about being strong and independent, and yet for some reason these women don't even know. They insist on keeping the label while also reserving the right to blame men for all of their terrible decisions.
Now this is 100% true. I've showed you guys countless clips on this channel of women saying that they don't need a man. They can do everything without a man. And if you guys don't believe me, here's another clip.
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Yeah, isn't a mechanic also by a man?
In that argument, she's implying that there are female mechanics, and though I have no doubt there are some female mechanics, they are also pretty damn rare. Yet these women will always try to find the rarest of exceptions to prove their non-existent points.
Yeah, once again, I think their arguments are just starting to backfire.
I have a scene with Johnny Sins on Friday. No. But I ordered you the PS5. That was the deal. Is that I order you the PS5 and I get to do a scene because you're not big enough. Okay. Do you want the PS5 or not? This is how I make my money. Okay, and I'm gonna get the Amex back, but just tomorrow. Yeah, just tomorrow. But I'll DoorDash you food all day, okay? You can have it. You can have the Amex back after tomorrow. Okay? I love you so much, baby.
It's impossible to imagine what this dude must be going through. Here's a woman who treats him like a child, openly emasculates him to the world, and has zero respect for his feelings. That is not a relationship, guys. That is a living nightmare.
Yeah, I don't call this a relationship, I call this a business transaction. He gets something in return and she gets something else as well. This guy is just a simp and this is not going to last. They'll never get married. And he's probably just using her until he's done with her.
Use reverse psychology on a man to get him to do what you want. So easy, you guys, when you know how to play it. So think about a little kid, a little boy. If you tell him not to push a button, what does he want to do so bad? He wants to push that button, right? The same way with an adult man.
Men are not children. As men, most of us understand the concept of consequences. We won't push the red button if we are told not to, because we know something bad will most likely happen if we do.
By telling him not to do something, you have created a challenge for him, and he now wants to do it even more. So that's why if you want him to spend more time with you at home, by telling him and nagging him, just please stay home, I want to spend more time with you, you're actually making the problem worse. But because we're smart women on this channel, we know how to play it. We know how to be clever.
While I think most of us can agree that a woman shouldn't be nagging to get what they want, I think it's also safe to assume that this kind of reverse psychology will just insult a man's intelligence and it will make him want to leave even more. Men really are not that complicated. All you need is calm, clear, and concise communication. It's not that hard.
And get what we want.
Yeah, this is just manipulation. I'm not sure what else to call it. And the fact that there's a whole community of women following her, listening to this kind of garbage, thinking that these tactics really work. I mean, I guess you guys are in for a real wake-up call. These are only gonna work on simps. Grown men have no time to be playing these kind of games. They'll leave you in a second.
Hey babe, was I wrong for how I moved at this girl's birthday dinner? So I get invited via my homegirl to go to this girl's dinner. I don't know her like that. I think I met her once through my homegirl a while ago. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go because you're inviting me. So I go, I get the girl a little gift or whatever. When I pull up, the first thing I realize is, first of all, everybody's on time. And second of all, a lot of people showed up for this girl's birthday dinner. It was over 12 people, probably over 15. I've never seen this many people at a birthday dinner at a restaurant in my life.
If this story is going where I think it's going, then we're already in some red flag territory here. If you're invited to a stranger's birthday party, bring enough money for yourself and make sure that you pay strictly for your own bill. Don't allow yourself to get trapped with a tab that you didn't ask for in the first place.
As the night's going, you know, people are buying their drinks and things like that. But what I started noticing is people's orders. You know, I'm a very observant person. So I started noticing people's orders. And they was ordering 2 and 3 appetizers, 3 and 4 drinks, the best, biggest T-bone steaks with the gold on it and this and truffle fries and this and this. Everybody was doing their thing.
That observation is probably what saved his skin. When everyone around you is ordering the most expensive items on the menu, then odds are they are expecting someone else to cover the bill. And usually when that happens, it's never made clear who is paying.
So something, I don't know what it was, at a certain point of the night after, you know, people was, you know, finishing up their plates and ordering their last drinks and stuff like that, I had to go to the bathroom, but something hit me on my way to the bathroom, like, you know, just stop and pay for your meal. Just stop by the bar, pay for your meal, tip out, do that. That's what I did. So by the time I go to the bathroom, pay for my bill, tip out and stuff like that, the waiter is coming around to the table wanting to know how we're going to do the bill, because the bill can only get split 2 ways. And he made that very clear. The bill can only get split 2 ways.
If there's one thing people shouldn't do at a dinner party at an expensive restaurant, it's assuming someone else is going to cover your eating habits. That's just a dumb thing to do, and yet there are so many people who think this way.
So this clip is very long, so I'm going to jump to the main points of the video, where we get to see how much this check really is, and what happens when the check actually hits the table.
Touch the check, right? So finally, a dude that was there, he opened it being funny, and it was over $3,500. That's how much the bill was. It was over $3,500. When he said that, I just busted out laughing. I don't know why I find it to be so funny. I think it's because I knew it was about to be a shit show. So the person comes back around and notices that nobody's touching the bill, and it's like, hey.
It is all fun and games until it's time to settle the bill. This is why the smartest thing to do on a night out is to pay for your own separate check, and not a penny more.
What are we doing about the bill? So she looks down towards our end again, which I don't know why she kept looking down towards our end. So finally she's like, all right, well, who's gonna put down on the bill? So I don't say nothing. My homegirl, she don't say nothing. And then so finally another girl in the group was like, well, my homegirl, well, can we put it on your card and, you know, everybody just pay you back? My homegirl, she say no. Like, no, I'm not really comfortable with that. Da, 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 da.
It's clear that the birthday girl wanted an expensive party and just figured everyone else would chip in to pay the bills so that she wouldn't have to. That was clearly her plan, which is not only incredibly rude, it's also incredibly absurd.
So things are starting to get heated now. There's a back and forth going between the restaurant, who's going to be paying, things like that. A lot of people are getting frustrated. Things are getting heated. So what do? I say, I'm going to excuse myself. Because first of all, I'm not about to be sitting in a food, restaurant, public setting and embarrass myself because y'all don't have your shit together, right? I don't do that. I don't play that. My shit is already taken care of. My bill is taken care of, tipped out, tipped beautifully.
Good for him for seeing where things were headed, and he has every single right to excuse himself from the situation. He is under no obligation to help these idiots after the stunt that they pulled. If he did cover the damage himself, there would be no chance that they would pay him back anyway.
My bill came up to $100, and I'll never forget, it was $115 without tip, right? So I was like, I'm going to excuse myself. Get up, leave, call the Uber and all. My homegirl, because this is her friend, so she's staying trying to, you know, figure things out and stuff like that, arguing things like that with people. I'm not doing that. So I excuse myself and I leave because y'all need to figure this out.
There is no sense in sticking around by that point. The longer he stays, the harder they'll look for him to pay for everything, and that's something that just isn't his responsibility.
As I'm getting up to leave, well, what are you doing? Well, how are you leaving? You need to help pay for this bill, things like that. The waiter, before I could even say that, the waiter's like, his bill's already taken care of. He took, you know, he paid his bill and tipped out almost 45 minutes ago. Everybody's shocked, looking like I'm hitting the door by now. I'm gone. I'm out. I get by the time I get home, about an hour, I would say later, I get a long text message from my homegirl. I think that it was real rude what you did at my homegirl's birthday dinner.
She's lecturing him on how rude it was to not cover any more of the birthday bill while remaining ignorant to the fact that it wasn't previously discussed with him. He knew almost nobody at that party, and he was expected to pay for more than what he ordered. Yet she has the nerve to say that he is the one without any manners.
I don't know where that type of etiquette came from. I texted her back a simple IDC.
Yeah, personally, guys, what I like to do at a birthday dinner, if I'm going there to celebrate it for the person, I am personally not going to be ordering anything. I'll probably get a drink, that is all, because I'm there for that person. I'm not that person's piggy bank or to be taken advantage of and paying for everyone else's food. That's just a rule of thumb I like to keep to myself, and I recommend it for everybody else as well, so you don't end up in this situation. And honestly, shame on that girl for saying he was a rude date. I think you're the rude one for dragging along a random person to pick up the tab for somebody else.
Let's be honest here, guys. The only reason why she's angry is because she was forced to pay for a dinner she wanted to eat. She treated this guy like an ATM, and then she got mad at him when he refused that level of disrespect.
He did the right thing and he dodged a huge bullet. I wouldn't feel any regret at all.
Be on here all the time and I be watching you and I be trying to drill your ass. Excuse me for cussing.
There it goes. Drill. I ain't cussed her at all. I be trying to drill your ass. See, for those of you that think she natural and pretty and all that, that's what you really gonna get at the house.
These women love to be vulgar. Do you guys notice how often they curse in these videos? How much they long to be confrontational? They are constantly angry, in a foul mood, and use that as an excuse to not act feminine. Then they turn around and want to brawl when men explain why they don't want them.
That TV down is too loud.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
You know what? And guess what? You could have a man like me over there with you, but you a little bit too much. You do too much.
Oh, well, I do everything by myself.
Exactly. I already know that. After the man gets some, he gone.
You think I ain't been through that before?
Oh, yeah, and I'm telling you why you been through it.
Just because I'm loud don't mean nothing.
Madam, your loud voice means everything. Men have made it clear that they are just looking for peace, which is a little difficult to achieve when the women around them are constantly making noise just for the sake of making noise.
I left them. They ain't leave me.
I'm glad it's real sarcastic to you because I don't care. Because guess what? Tomorrow you're going to be in the same predicament. Next year you're going to be in the same predicament. When you're 40, you're going to be in the same predicament. And when you're 50.
Yeah, the first step into change is realizing there's a problem in the first place. And that's what this woman is refusing to do. She's not taking any accountability for her actions. And this is exactly why she'll most likely stay single.
Women like this will always blame everything they can, just so long as it means that they don't have to accept any accountability for their life choices. This is the type of behavior to expect from spoiled children, not functioning members of society.
We're at this Thai place. Look at the drink that he got.
Hey, look at this shit. Look at this.
Let me see. Wait. Why are you still talking to her? Oh.
All right, gonna be 30-22.
What the?
I love it how the waiter is trying to get the check taken care of the moment he realized that the couple was about to start arguing. You can tell that guy is a veteran of the food service industry and has probably seen some messed up stuff when it comes to couples.
What is that?
I don't know, but I'm paying for this right now.
What that got to do with anything?
What you see? I don't know what you're talking about.
Why are you still talking to this girl?
She texting me.
What the fuck you mean she's texting you? Why are you talking about when you can link with
The
her?
only thing I said to her was that I'm with you. And leave me alone.
I don't see that anywhere in them text messages.
Yo.
Bro, you in a whole fucking relationship.
Come on, bro.
No, it's not even come on. What the fuck?
There ain't nothing in there.
You can't buy your way out of disloyalty, guys. That's a two-way street. These rules apply not only to women, but to men as well.
Yeah, just like there's cheating women out there, there's definitely a lot of cheating men as well. This is just not okay to realize during a date, and honestly, I would just pay my part and walk away and forget this guy completely.
What this woman doesn't realize is if you're in a relationship with a hardcore football fan, his priorities are going to be significantly different. And yes, that does include field goals during the New Year's countdown.
Yeah, you guys can call this man a bunch of things, but he's definitely not a simp.
On my bio, it literally said I have kids.
I have a son. That don't mean I want you to be his daddy.
You don't think he gonna look at me as a father figure?
My son will be 18 next year.
And still.
How you like the sushi? Is it good?
My sushi.
Right. Don't they have a mom?
Yes, but she's not gonna be around as much as you. They live with me.
They all four?
Yes.
Oh, you should have told me that at the door. All four is crazy.
This woman is recording this whole thing, which just goes to show where her priorities lie. This is a private conversation and frankly is not the public's business. But now it seems that she needs to make her relationship squabbles known to the world for meaningless clicks and guided sympathy.
I only have one child. It's not the same. It don't hit the same.
So basically you saying you don't want to
No, I do want to. I like you. You're
don't.
cool. I do. And I'm cool with your kids. I just don't plan on playing house. I don't want.
You ain't cool with them. Clearly you ain't cool with them.
So I'll give you guys more of a rundown. Basically, this woman has been seeing this man for 3 months, and now, when the conversation arises of them actually having a future together, now their kids is a problem. You probably should have realized this the first week of talking to him, not bringing up a problem later on. But let's continue on with the clip.
We look good together.
How is it that she never asked about how many kids that he had? You'd think as a single parent herself, she'd be interested in knowing. So why did they wait until 3 months to begin talking about this?
Like, we're without the kids. I'm just saying, like, no offense, but look at us. We actually do good. I do like you. I think we make a good couple. I just don't think, I'm just not with the Brady Bunch shit. Like,
it's not no couple without my children.
I'm not saying, I'm not accepting your kids. I'm saying I'm not playing house. I'm not.
So that's exactly what you're saying. You're not accepting my kids.
Will we get married or something?
Maybe.
Maybe. Whoa. When I get the rings, when I can play mom, when I can play mother, I'm not doing. Girl.
What's insane here is how she's only willing to be okay with his kids if he marries her and by extension risks everything he has for a woman who clearly isn't into him.
Why do you, I'm not doing the wifely duty.
What make you think you're gonna get a ring and you don't even have any motherly? I haven't seen any motherly
That's
qualities.
the problem, man. Today, though, y'all want us to do all these wife duties without making us wives.
So I'm not sure why they're arguing on camera deciding to put this on video, but let's jump to the best part of the video, where the man decides to put his foot down and refuses to deal with this.
Make it make sense. It just don't make sense to me. I'm sorry, it just don't make sense to me.
Like, you don't have no
I'm not that desperate for a relationship.
you don't have no sense of wherewithal as a woman to like just be
What the hell does this
good
have to
to
do with me?
kids, like be.
This ain't no mentorship. What? Is this charity? Is this the Salvation Army? Let me know. You should put that in your bio. 4 boys that need a mother.
I don't even need to drink.
What are you doing?
She's demanding a financial contract in order for her to be feminine. That's one thing these women will never understand. This kind of behavior will never work on most self-respecting men, but that's only because we know that you can't buy positive behavior from a modern woman. She is too busy increasing the price. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. Peace.